Java is a computer programming language. The development of Java began in 1991 by James Gosling at Sun Microsystems. Java was initially called Oak, then Oak became Green, and then Green became Java. Java was introduced to the public in 1995, and in 2010 Java was picked up by Oracle when Oracle acquired Sun Microsystems. Java is an object-oriented programming language, similar to C++, Python, or Ruby. Java is a high-level language, meaning that the language it is written in is more translatable to English commands than a lower-level language, like assembly language. As you can see in this example here, Java is a very common language used in large-scale business applications and environments, so it does make it a very useful language to learn. There are different variations of Java platforms like the Standard Edition, the Enterprise Edition, and the Micro Edition. These editions vary in the contents they contain, such as the Enterprise Edition containing libraries used for large-scale development, whereas the Micro Edition contains libraries used for portable devices such as cell phones. This series of videos will focus on the Standard Edition. There are different versions of Java, the latest version being 13. As of recently, if you want to download any version that is earlier than the current release, you need to create an Oracle account and sign in with that account. For this series of tutorials, as long as you're using version 6 or later, you'll be good. Now, in order to start programming in the Java language, there's going to be a few things we need to download. The first thing being the Java API, which is pretty much a pack of files and folders that provide the necessary libraries you need in order to use the Java programming language. Pretty much it's a toolbox of rules that contain what are called classes or interfaces. And these tools are going to help us do basic things like inputting and outputting a string of text or numbers or calculations or anything like that onto the screen, creating graphics, database connections and database interactions, even basic things like mathematical functions, basic functions that allow us to take the power of one number to any other number, tools like that will help us in the programming process. That's what this Java API is. And we are going to need a JVM or a Java Virtual Machine. The JVM is going to stand in the middle of Eclipse and our computer, and it's going to translate the code that we write into Eclipse into a program and execute it. Now, the JVM is what makes Java architecture neutral, meaning that any computer that has a JVM installed on it will be able to run our Java program. The system architecture of the computer running our program does not matter, like I said, as long as they have the JVM on it. We're also going to need an IDE or an integrated development environment. An IDE is where we are going to be writing all of our code in. So for instance, in this video, we will be using the IDE Eclipse. And Eclipse is to Notepad what Photoshop would be to Paint. So it's pretty much a program that is catered specifically to programming. It will provide us with basic functions like colors of words changing based on their specific classification, or automated tabbing, which just provides us with a nicer eye-friendly layout. It will also provide us with things like a debugger, as well as archiving tools or functions to push or pull from GitHub or other version control systems. There are other IDEs out there like IntelliJ or NetBeans, but like I said, for this video we will be using Eclipse for our Java development.